Welcome to the Man Cave. I'm your host Nick, and today we're talking about being thankful. And let's start off with saying happy day after Thanksgiving. Thanksgiving was yesterday, it's the day after it. But we're still going to talk about being thankful. Now, a lot of people nowadays aren't as thankful as they should be. You know, we live in a society, especially living in the US, that we are so privileged. And we take advantage of that. You know, I hear kids complaining about getting the iPhone 6 instead of the 6 Plus, or getting the 32 gig instead of the 64, or not getting the new iPad Air 3. Well, they have the iPad Air 2, and I'm like, what's your deal, kid? Like, come on. You know, like, people have these problems that they complain about, and I'm like, are you joking me? You are so privileged, you don't even realize it. You know, people forget to say thank you. I forgot. I used to say thank you all the time, and I stopped doing it as much. In fact, like, I remember we went out to dinner with my family this one time, and my grandma pulled me aside and was like, you were the only one there to say thank you. And that means a lot. And that made me so happy. Like, none of my relatives said thank you or anything. She pulled me aside like, you were the only one who said thank you. And I'm like, you should. I stopped doing that for a little while, not as much as I should have, but I started going back into really saying thank you for everything, because you should be thankful. You know, when your mom makes you a meal, when your friend buys you a bag of chips or something, when, you know, you're saying thank you to, if you go to college or if you go to high school, just saying thank you to the lunch aides, you know, just being like, thank you for cooking the food, for making this, I'm choosing to eat this food, so it's not, if I complain about it, it's all on me, and you're going to be complaining about it, it's your decision. You know, that's in a later video talking about accountability, which stay tuned for, that's next week. But, you know, just saying thank you for everything. There's so many things that people just let pass by them, and they don't feel appreciated because nobody takes the time to say thank you for all that they do for people, you know? Driving people to work, giving each other rides, you know, just simple stuff, carrying somebody's books for them or helping them pick up stuff, you know, people, or holding the door. Some people, I held the door for like 15 people one time just for the heck, you know, I just sat there and I held the door open for people. You know what? 15 people walked by, one person said thank you. Still a nice thing to do, and I would still do it, but you know, the fact is I don't look for gratification, or I don't look for thanks, but the fact that 1 out of 15 people in my generation would say thank you for that, when if somebody were to hold the door for me, I'd always say thank you. I always say thank you when somebody does something like that for me, you know? It's what you do. And the fact that we live in a society where people are not thankful for all that they have, and that they feel like they deserve more, you know? They don't say, thank you for this gift. They say, why didn't you get me this one? No, shut up. Be thankful. You know? You know, people hate it when they're like, oh, there's kids starving in Africa. Yeah, we live in a totally different society, and nobody, and you know, everyone here is basically privileged. Not everyone is. There are people that are in bad situations, of course, but you know, like a majority of people, you know, we're living in a good society. We have running water, you have food on your table, you have a bed to sleep in. Most of the people, even if it's a cot, it's still better than the floor. And you know what? You have to think about stuff like that. People are like, don't compare me to somebody else that's a different life. You know, take into consideration all the things you have to be thankful for, you know? My sensei Blake, has really changed my life in a large way. The philosophies, I trained in martial arts for many years, and I want to continue, want to go back and train. I had to take a leave of absence and take a break from it because I couldn't afford to keep going. And with school and work and everything, I just didn't have the time. And I do want to go back and continue training. But a lot of the mentalities that he taught us really resonated with me. And I really felt like they got to me. That's what resonated means. To resonate with you really means to invoke an ideal inside you and to make you believe, and that you feel like that it encompasses who you are. I'm using a lot of big words right now because I can't figure out the right word I'm trying to say, so I'm using a lot of synonyms for the same word. But what he would say is how he one day went around saying what he was thankful for. And you know, you start, at one point he said in his life, and I've heard this from other people also, that they went around and they couldn't make a list of like 10 things that they were thankful for. And he started thinking of his life differently, and it went from, you know, he was thankful for his wife and his kids, his education and his job and stuff like that. And you know, a lot of people think that they have such bad lives. And then he started learning, and by the end of the thing, long story short, he starts realizing all the things he has to be thankful for. And he asked us to list these same things that we are thankful for. And I really started looking at everything, you know? People are like, you know, I'm thankful for the iPhone. I'm thankful for Xbox and video games. You know, I'm thankful for stuff like that. I'm thankful for my phone, for my game systems and my TVs and my camera and microphone that I can use to do this stuff. I'm thankful for the internet. I'm thankful for my family, my friends, my house, my bed, blankets, heat, running water, drinkable water, a refrigerator, food, supermarkets that I can shop at, lights that turn on when I need them to, the ability to have a pet. You know, I can say I not only have enough, I can get myself food, I can get food for an animal for me to have. You know, come on. A laptop, clothing, a winter coat, bathing suits, goggles, a microwave, an oven, the ability to cook food, you know? Little things. These things that you don't even realize that you should be thankful for having. I am so privileged, and I don't realize how thankful I should be half the time. These things that I list off, think about how lucky you are. You know, you have a roof over your head. If you're watching this right now, you're lucky. You have internet. You are likely watching this on your smartphone or your personal computer. You know, a lot of people, there's a large population of this world that doesn't have access to the internet. That's a thing. You know, people don't have the smartphones everywhere. You know, they have flip phones, and you're like, oh my god, I feel so bad for that person. They have a flip phone. No, people don't even have phones in areas. You know, the idea of a cell phone, they're like, what the heck is that? You were to go to some parts of the world and you think this is crazy. You show them this device, they'll think you're a freaking witch. I'm pointing at my phone, you can't even tell. But you know, you have so many things to be thankful for. I'm in a basement that's unfinished and I'm like, I'll complain, you know, it's cold. But I also can say, I got a space heater. There are people that don't have heat in their houses. I am thankful for that. I'm thankful for a blanket to keep me warm. I'm thankful for a jacket to keep me warm. Thankful for clothing, a dishwasher, a washing machine, and a dryer. You know, a lot of people use dry cleaners, not dry cleaners. I don't even know what they're called. Laundromats. Oh my god, I am that privileged. I forgot what the heck a laundromat was. I'm not a severely privileged person. You know, when you look at people that live in New York, there are people that are really privileged. You know, they live in mansions, they have iPhones galore, and they have the iPad and the iMac and the iToaster and the iWaffle and the iWatch, you know, whatever. And I am not high class. I'm average citizen. I live with my family. I'm still a college student. But, you know, I'm not upper class. I'm middle class. But I have so much to be thankful for. You know, I live in a basement, but just to have a heater. And a lot of people in lower class don't even have that. There are people that live on the streets. And you don't even realize how thankful you should be for all these things you have. You know, when people get mad at each other, or you get mad at your family, especially around the holidays, just take a minute and realize all the things that everybody does for you. All the things that your parents have done for you over your life and the impact that they have had on you. All the opportunities that you have had because of where you live, what country it is, and who your family is and what they have done for you. Be thankful for all that they have done for you and tell them thank you. Realize how privileged you are and all the good that is in your life. Whenever you feel down and depressed and you think that you don't have anything to be thankful for, take a minute and look around at all the things that others cannot say that they have. You're alive. Be thankful for that. You woke up and for most of you, you are not dying right now. You are relatively healthy. Be thankful think about who you are and all the things that you are thankful for. Make a list. Physically, I want anyone watching this to take a piece of paper and write a list of all the things that you should be thankful for. Be as detailed as you can, because something as simple as your health. I did not wake up with some disease that I am going to die in the next month. Be thankful for a boyfriend or a girlfriend or a wife or just a best friend or even just a friend, for your brothers, sisters, aunts, uncles, relatives, pets, everything. List all the things that you could be thankful for and you will realize how great life really is, because you have so much in this world that you take for granted. Granted, not granite, dear God. You don't take it for granted, you take it for granted. I think that's right. Whatever. Just make a list and realize all this world has to offer you and all it has done for you. And you will realize how happy you actually are because you're like, I have all of this going for me in life. I have so many things to be thankful for. And it will make you happier because you realize that you're not alone. You realize that I am privileged and that I am lucky in this world. And there's so much more that I am capable of, and there's so much more I can do because of all these privileges that I have. And it is a privilege, you know? These are not necessities. So be thankful. Thank you. To all of you who are watching, thank you for liking, commenting, and subscribing, and sharing this video with all of your friends. Be sure to check out all our other videos. And as always, folks, stay manly. Hey folks, thanks for watching. If you liked what you saw today, be sure to click that subscribe button right over here.
And if you want to see one of our previous episodes, check it out right up there.
And if you want to check out my Let's Talk series, you can just click the link right up here to bring you to our latest video. And as always, folks, stay manly.
Ah!